Hi and welcome to episode 16 of the Aussie Tech Crypto Show, a show about cryptocurrency from an Australian viewpoint. This show is brought to you by Australia Coin, Australia's true blue Aussie crypto coin. I'm your host Jason Oakley and this is my co-host Will Tomkinson. Hey Will.
Hey mate, how you doing?
Good, how's yourself?
Confused.
Confused? What's going on?
Labor Day in Queensland today, so I'm completely out of whack. I keep thinking it's Sunday and then I worked. But what really threw me is I work Saturday and then I'm having today off, which I normally work. So I kept thinking today's Sunday, but if today's Sunday, why did I work 2 days ago? Yeah, I'm confused.
It's
just
a bit
something
much.
different. Yeah,
you need another drink, son.
Well, what makes it worse is I've been in New South Wales for the long weekend with the in-laws, and it's not a public holiday.
No.
So I keep going, oh man, I need to go down and get them. Are they going to be open? It's like, yes, they're going to be open. It's not a public holiday. So I get back up here and everything I go to is closed because it's a public holiday. I'm like,
just do the same everywhere. Make it easy on us.
Yeah. It was a few years ago when the Labor Party was back in power. They put Labor Day back online with everyone else.
Yep.
And then last year, I think they moved it again back to now. And so we've got no more holidays now, basically, for the rest of the year, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. I remember when I lived up in Brisbane, we'd had that. Yeah.
We've got Queen's birthday and we've got Eka. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all. That's the rest of the holidays for the rest of the year gone now.
Sucks to be you guys.
Stupid. And even the Queen's birthday's in. They've moved that this year. It's like July 15th or something.
Hang on.
Like it's supposed to be the start of June.
Is it supposed to be her birthday?
Well, no, because her birthday's like October or something. It's completely. It's not even remotely close to the actual Queen's birthday. It's probably one of the Queens, but I don't know which one.
Welcome to Australia, people.
Yeah, where they just randomly make up public holidays.
Yeah.
Because technically, Monday, 1st of October is actually the Queen's birthday.
Right.
Yet we have it on like the 10th of June. Although this year it's in the middle of July.
Okay.
It's usually but 17th of June is my birthday. It's generally my weekend is usually the Queen's birthday weekend, usually.
So that was good for you.
That always worked out well. No, not really. Working in hospitality and bottle shops and stuff, I generally worked anyway. I actually preferred to work because I was getting like double time. So I guess it was like a birthday present.
Nice.
So, speaking of which,
you didn't get to drink the stuff in the bottle shop, just sell it.
You know,
bit of A, bit of B.
There's testing, there's tasting, there's. It's a problem when you have wine tasting and you go through 3 cartons.
Each week we hope to bring you interesting information and news about the crypto world and what it's all about. Today we talk about Singapore has physical Bitcoin notes, a Chrome extension crypto virus, PricewaterhouseCoopers invests in VeChain, and Korea relaxes crypto rules. And our coin of the week this week is EOS. So let's start with some crypto news, Mr. T.
EIEIOS. So, yes, a Singaporean startup developing smart banknotes for cryptocurrency has launched sales of physical Bitcoin banknotes with a pilot in a major Singaporean mall. Describing itself as a smart banknote platform, the manufactures physical notes with denominated values of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Singaporean firm Tangem has debuted Tangem Notes in a pilot launch at the Suntec City Shopping Centre on the City State today. The banknotes will carry the value in Bitcoin on a chip inside each note and available in denominations of 0.01 BTC, currently $98, and 0.05 BTC, $485 at launch. The hardware inside each banknote, it isn't made of paper. It's a Samsung Semiconductor S3D350A chip, which, according to Tangem co-founder Andrew Pentychucken, excuse me,
Pentychucken.
What?
Pentychucken?
Pentychucken.
Okay.
Penty nuking or panty chucking. I don't know. He's clearly just got out of college. Says addresses all known attack vectors on hardware and software levels on a Medium post. The accompanying cold wallet is uncopyable. Tenzin says, while its co-founder insists the hacking of a single banknote would prove uneconomical and would only be restricted to a single banknote in the event. Which is true, because as soon as you cash it in, it wouldn't be void anymore.
It's an interesting idea.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose when your lowest denomination is $100, and let's say the note costs, I don't know, what, 50 cents or something?
Yep.
It's probably worth it. The problem is...
Don't let it go through the wash.
Yeah, well, there's that. But it is an RFID chip, so yes, it's copyable regardless of what they say, but the thing is, that's true. It's only copyable. It's kind of pointless because the second you copy it and use it, you can't use it anymore. So, sort of...
And it's such low value anyway.
Yeah. It'll be interesting at the moment with the Bitcoin, currently the way they are. But how does it work? Like, if you buy something worth $50 and you're going to get $98 on your banknote, do you only spend 48 of that, or like 50 of that, and you have 48 left on there, or is it a 1 use sort of deal, or
do you get cash as the
difference? Yeah. Which kind of defeats the purpose, because then you're just better off getting cash out in the first place. So, not 100% convinced that that's...
They've thought something out.
Oh, look, it's a good idea, I suppose, if you're traveling. Probably says... But then if you're traveling, what's the chance of finding someone who's going to take Bitcoin?
On a note. Each banknote costs the company $2 to manufacture. Co-founder says the company is making millions of units now in a bid to facilitate crypto transactions that are immediate, free, and anonymous.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you go to an ATM and reload it? Like, how does that? There's not enough information on it, I don't think.
Yeah.
At this stage, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, if you go to the trouble of, see, this comes back to the whole centralized exchange thing, because you've got to get. Well, unless you're paying it in cash to buy the crypto, but then it's kind of pointless. You got to pay cash, lose exchange to buy the crypto, then lose exchange to convert it back to cash. You're better off just converting the cash you had in the first place straight to the goods you want.
Yeah.
There's kind of, I don't know, it's a case of designing a product for a market that doesn't exist.
They want to make a market.
I'm sure there'll be some rich people who'll go, hey, look, I've got, $1,000 in cash, cold hard, Bitcoin cash, but
Shouldn't it be a coin instead of a note?
Well, yeah. Probably.
Oh, they have to call it BitNote.
Well, there is Bitcash, isn't there?
Yeah. Bitcoin Cash.
Bitcoin Cash, yeah.
Pertinently, transferring ownership of the notes and their value in Bitcoin is instant when the banknote swaps hands. Physically hand over the whole wallet together with the blockchain private key. No transaction fees, no need to wait confirmation blockchain. They add that each note will be NFC enabled, allowing users to instantly verify the validity of the assets contained via a smartphone.
Or copy it.
So it's okay if you want to buy $98 worth of something right now. Here's my Bitcoin note. That was $98. That's good, but any other value that's not a...
They can do this. I was just looking for my phone. I couldn't find it to put it under my chocolate. But they can do the same because all phones have got RFID.
Yep.
So why don't we just have it set up so that you can just back-to-back your phones and have it, any transaction, or we already do it with the QR codes, but have the same thing with the RFIDs and back-to-back your phones and transfer the difference.
Like that bump app they had years ago.
Yeah. Well, Samsung's got one too, but I'm missing. I don't know. I can't get that in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, I can't make that part of it work for me.
Need input. More information.
Not even that. Well, yeah, more information, but I want to know. I'd be really curious. Obviously, they've done market research to get the backing to do this, but I'd be really curious to know what their market research numbers show.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something that's needed, to be honest.
Maybe they're
It'd be-
trying to relate things back to current methods of transferring value of things in notes. And so people maybe, instead of trying to understand how to set up a wallet, where to keep your wallet, and so your wallet disappears due to a virus or a hacker or someone getting into exchange, you've got it on a piece of paper like product and you can carry it around.
Yeah, but it's no different, really. It's exactly the same.
Yeah.
I mean, you still need to understand it because you still have to verify the funds are there to start with. So you still got to have some understanding of how it all processes. I don't know. It just there's something about it. There's something about it doesn't quite sit right. It almost sounds like it's a giant company's tax write-off.
Maybe it is.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Time will tell, I guess.
Yep.
There'll definitely be people who buy it just for the sake of buying it. It was the same as the actual Bitcoin. Somebody printed off 3D printed Bitcoins, and they're selling them for whatever a Bitcoin was worth, $1,000 or whatever it was. They were completely useless, and that guy got completely rich off the thing. But people were buying it just to say that they actually went to jail for fraud, I think. But they were buying it just to say that they had a Bitcoin. I think the same thing will happen here. I think people will buy it just to physically say that they've got one, but I can't see, like, somebody walks into my shop and says, "Here, you have $98 worth of Bitcoin." I'm going, well, no. Because then I've got to go out of my way to figure out what to do with it. I've either got to pass on to somebody else or I've got to transfer it to... And that's the other thing. How do I transfer that into either my existing wallet or into some physical form of currency that I can then use?
You'd have to have an app on your phone, surely, right?
Well, you'd think so, but if you've already got the app on the phone, why do I need the coin? So it's sort of, you sort of mean, like it's sort of...
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I don't know. Anyway, time will tell.
A malicious Google Chrome extension known for its effectiveness has been revamped to target cryptocurrency exchanges. Dubbed FaceX Worm, Trend Micro said in a blog post the malicious extension's capabilities were made over to steal user credentials for Google, MyMonero, and CoinHive. In sum, it promotes a scam that dupes users into sending Ether to the attacker's wallet and drains a computer's processing power to power clandestine cryptocurrency mining. The extension is also the ability to hijack cryptocurrency transactions on a variety of major exchanges, including Poloniex, HitBTC, Bitfinex, ETHFinex, Binance, in addition to blockchain's previous blockchain.info crypto wallet, according to Trend Micro. First exposed in August 2017, the malware initially used Facebook Messenger to send malicious links that, when clicked on, provide the attacker with access to the user's Facebook accounts while also infecting their operating systems. FaceX Worm resurfaced in early April of this year. They said it was discovered after one affected Bitcoin transaction, but it has not identified the value of the plunder garnered from crypto mining. The company reported that Chrome removed many of the FaceX Worm extensions prior to Trend Micro's discovery, and the Facebook Messenger is also capable of detecting and blocking insidious links the malware uses. Chrome banned cryptocurrency mining extensions from its web store in early April. And another nasty thing that I've seen mentioned going around, some people have lost various types of crypto when a Trojan or virus gets onto your computer and it runs in the background, and then it detects when you're copying your wallet address to paste into another application or website. It swaps on the Windows clipboard your wallet for the attacker's wallet. So when you hit paste, you've got this great big long thing full of letters and numbers and stuff that don't really mean anything. You're not going to memorize it. And when you hit paste on there, it puts his value there instead of yours, and you're thinking you've just copied your wallet and you're pasting it into the website, but actually when you copy it, it changes it to his, and then you hit paste, sticks it on the website, you hit transfer because, of course, you're pretty sure that you've just copied your own wallet address and suddenly you're sending Bitcoin or whatever to somebody else.
Yeah, that's why I always check the last 4 digits when I do a copy and paste, because I figure if the last 4 are the same, the rest should be.
Yeah, I check the start and the end.
Yeah. But, I mean, remember years ago when internet banking became a thing?
Yep.
It was no different. Remember there was that Trojan, was it Numidia? No, that was a different one. There was a Trojan came out that did the same thing. It was a keyboard logger. So as soon as you went to a known bank website, it would log your keyboard, which is why all banks now have, at the very least, the virtual keyboard that changes the key position. And a lot of them have the tokens. But it's going to be exactly the same with this, I think. People get bitten for a while, and then eventually people will do simple things like checking your first and last couple of digits and, just basic checks to make sure it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Or people will go to what we were saying before and have a dedicated, either most likely a piece of hardware or a piece of software on a piece of hardware that's dedicated to that, and it runs basically protected mode from anything else.
Yep.
Because I know that a lot of I was reading something about some of the exchanges now. They're going to run within a sandbox sort of deal. You load up the app, but effectively the app is a sandbox for the website.
Yep.
So nothing external can get its mitts on it. So basically,
no virus, no clipboard stuff.
That's right. Some of them are even blocking screen capture.
Yep. The good apps on Android do.
Which is annoying because sometimes you want to capture the screen.
Yeah.
But there is actually, it's funny, there's a third-party screen capture program that I use that lets me capture a screen even on apps that don't allow screen capture.
Ah.
So it can be handy sometimes. But yeah, look, it's not. I mean, are we surprised by this? No, not really. It's bound to happen, especially on a new technology, But as I said, look, well, Facebook's been one of the worst ones. Look at all the, the games and everything like that. The friends just share, and somebody says, "Hey, your friend on Farmville needs help. You want to help them?" And you click yes. You just don't even look. You just assume it's come from there. You know what I mean? Like there's so much.
Like, oh, bloody Fred has sent me one of these damn things. Yes, and then you go and hide the app and never look at it again. But he's got you as a friend, so he gets 2 extra coins this week. Yeah,
that's it. And it's that mentality that, it's come from one of my mates, it must be okay. And I think that's, whether it's an email virus, whether it's a Facebook scam, whether it's whatever, that is the number one reason that people get viruses, because it comes from your friend, because it's impossible that they could have the virus.
You always trust what they send, emails and what have you.
It's just our society now that we just assume we've got virus scanners, we've got secure HTTPS, supposedly secure and impenetrable browsing. We've got all this stuff that we're living in a falsification. We assume that everything's secure. It's not. Things now are no more secure than they were 20 years ago. The technology's changed, but so has the way around the technology has changed. So every time they come up with a way to make something secure, somebody's already come up with a way to make it unsecure again. It's no different than, look at you can buy them on AliExpress now, WPA2, password crackers and stuff for Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I was watching a thing on YouTube. A security expert was walking down Bondi Beach, and he made an open hotspot, so Bondi Beach free Wi-Fi or something, and all users had to do was click yes to the terms and conditions. And as soon as they did that, it installed a Trojan on their phone or on their laptop, and he instantly had access to every person who logged in. And not just access, but he could literally read their screens.
Yep.
He had all their information, had all their credit card numbers. He had everything within seconds.
Yep.
And this is the thing. Like no different than having a wallet. You know, if you're on one of those Wi-Fi hotspots where somebody's monitoring your screen, the second that you do a transaction, they've got your wallet details, they've got all your information.
Yep.
So, I mean...
You could just sit next to like a Starbucks or something and start up your own one called Starbucks 2 or something like that, and people go, oh, I'm right near the Starbucks and this is Starbucks 2, so I'll just connect on that one. Away you go.
Well, I was actually at McDonald's, this going back a couple of years ago now. I was bored. We're travelling down to Melbourne from Brisbane, and it was just one of the McDonald's we stopped at, and the Wi-Fi had gone down. So I started up on my phone just for the fun of it, started up a hotspot called McDonald's Backup Wi-Fi. And within, I don't know, 10 seconds of it being active, there must have been 30 people connected to it. You know, like, if I wanted to, I could have done whatever I wanted. But it just, you know, people just assume they're at Macca's, so the Wi-Fi must be good.
Yeah.
You know, it's like...
Actually, that might be a red flag to me if I connected to the Macca's one and I was getting good speeds.
Yeah, exactly. That's what would have done it for me too.
I'd be like, wait, hang on a minute. This is not Macca's.
Something's not right.
Macca's one you can't even check email on. It's so slow and
it's
terrible.
I remember when we were traveling, we were trying to keep people updated with photos and stuff and how we were traveling. And I ended up just doing it all through my phone because trying to just use public Wi-Fi was insane. The McDonald's one, I don't even understand why McDonald's even had public Wi-Fi. What's the point? I think it was half meg down and quarter meg up or something.
For everybody.
Yeah. I'm like, why? Why even bother? What's the point?
I don't bother anymore. I've got 43 gigs a month on my phone plans that I shared out with my daughter, so you don't care. And now everyone's got unlimited. Did you see? Telstra,
I saw that
Vodafone,
last
and
week.
Optus, all unlimited now.
Well, sort of.
Yeah.
It's not really. It's still...
Well, Telstra, you get so many gigs and then it's throttled to 1.5. But, yeah, still...
But, I mean, having said that, because with Vodafone, you have the family share package.
Yep.
So I got 4 people on my account, and we've all got 40 gig plus there's a 40 gig pool.
Yep.
So, I got 200 gig, and I'm the only one who uses the mobile data. So I got 200 gig of data that I can just chew through. It's great.
My daughter's the one who uses it mostly. She's got YouTube on the way to school on the bus. She watches YouTube, so she just chews through it. I hardly use up any of it.
I do it too. Just make sure you turn your graphics down on your phone, on your YouTube app. Turn it down to 240. You can't notice a difference on the screen because it's so small anyway, and you don't use hardly any data.
Yep.
That's all I do because I listen to it all the time. But yeah, look, and it's just one of those things. The more ways we have of making something secure, the more ways we have of making it unsecure. It's just the way it is. So there's going to be a million more worms, viruses, Trojans, backdoors, whatever you want to call them, you know.
Whether you want to, you might end up in a mining pool with your desktop computer or laptop.
Yeah.
Without even trying. You won't generate anything for yourself, but everybody else will be happy.
Somebody else will make money of it. Feels like that's all my laptop's doing. It so slow, seriously. I'm still waiting. I rebooted at the start of the show. I'm still waiting for it to boot. It's still loading Windows. No way. It's a brand new laptop. Like it's, I say brand new. It's 12, not even 12 months old. It's been used literally like 4 times. It's just horrendous. It's a top end, like an AMD A10, 2 gig dedicated graphics, 16 gig RAM. Everything. Like it's a pretty high spec thing. It's just useless. Still got a spinning disc in. I think that's a problem. I should put an SSD in it. Yep. Alrighty. So, as we know, most big banks have tried to stay away from the scandal-tainted virtual currency Bitcoin. Ooh. Dun dun dun. But Goldman Sachs, perhaps in the most storied name in finance, is bucking the risks and moving ahead with plans to set up what appears to be the first Bitcoin trading operation in Wall Street Bank. In a step that's likely to lend legitimacy to virtual currencies and create new concerns for Goldman, the bank is about to begin using its own money to trade with. It doesn't have its own money to trade with virtual clients and contracts linked to the price of Bitcoin. While Goldman will not initially be buying or selling actual Bitcoins, the team of the bank is looking at going that direction if they can get regulatory approval and figure out how to deal with the additional risks associated with holding the virtual currency. Raina Yared, one of Goldman's executives overseeing the creation of the trading operation, said the bank was what? Cleared? What word is that?
Clear-eyed.
Yeah, with a space in between. Okay. With a space that would make more sense. Clear-eyed about what it's getting itself into. Yeah, I could not read that word as one word. That was so weird. I'm half asleep, which doesn't help. I've been driving for 8 hours today. Mrs. Jarrett said Goldman had concluded that Bitcoin is not a fraud and does not have the characteristics of currency, but a number of clients wanted to hold it as a valuable commodity similar to gold. They don't have any gold. Given the limited quantities of Bitcoin can trust to be mined in a complex virtual system. It resonates with us when a client says, I want to hold Bitcoin or Bitcoin futures because I think it's an alternative store of value. So what we were saying last week, that the two largest billionaires in the world want to get involved in Bitcoin, and now suddenly the largest bank in the world wants to get involved.
I think it's interesting that they say Goldman Sachs says that concluded that Bitcoin is not a fraud.
Yeah.
How many other places have been going, no, Bitcoin's a fraud, it's all fake, get out of it, just throwing your money away. Now like Goldman PayPal. Sachs says, oh, it's definitely good. Yeah,
actually, PayPal. I'm going to put this on Paul Tully's Facebook page. Teaching.
You like that, Willie?
Yeah, well, he thinks that PayPal, he believes PayPal said it's going to be a fraud, so it's going to be a fraud. So I'll put this on his page.
Does PayPal know as much as Goldman Sachs? Or vice versa? Does Goldman Sachs, are they as big as PayPal?
Well, no, Goldman Sachs is larger than that.
Yeah.
They're the largest bank probably in the world, certainly not the States.
Exactly. So you probably can trust what they've got to say about it.
Yeah.
More than PayPal.
Yeah, fair idea that they know what's going on. But yeah, look, it's interesting. All these other central banks are spending so much time
fighting,
trying to close them down and trying to ban from trading. And the largest bank in the world, which just has absolutely nothing to do with the Rothschilds or anything like that, who just happen to be also vested. Okay, the two richest families in the world are getting involved in it, and the largest bank in the world is getting involved in it.
But it's probably a fraud.
But it's probably still fraud.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't understand the mindset. I'd be curious to know if this actually has any sort of repercussions in terms of whether it be governments or councils or industries going back on what they've said in terms of we're going to ban trading because we think it's a fraud. Well, okay, that's fine, but is there, now that this has come out, now that this is happening and it's on Wall Street effectively, because they're trading in futures of this as well, is that going to somehow change their mind? Like suddenly they're going to go, well, okay, maybe it's not as bad as we thought it was.
I think it's funny, it seems from that article, a lot of it's like, well, personally we don't believe in the Bitcoins, but people want to give us money to put into the Bitcoins, and we're quite happy to take people's money, so therefore we're going to go for the Bitcoins after all.
Well, that's probably more to the point, I suppose. They chase the money at the end of the day, aren't they?
Yep. All the time.
But, well, are they though? I mean, they're not really going to be making anything from it.
Don't they get commission?
Only if Bitcoin paid them commission, but I don't think they would.
No, they get commission from the people who are investing through them. Here's our monies. If you make it get more monies, then we'll give you some other monies.
Well, that would only normally work through like interest and stuff like that. I don't think they get paid commission per se. Like if you have a bank manager, you don't pay your bank manager.
But your investment guy, you would. You pay him for investment advice, and then some of them might get a percentage of your profits of the money you've got invested.
I guess, but then again, how many people are self-financed and do it themselves? You know what I mean? Like, if that's the case, then
they're not much more Goldman Sachs.
Well, you probably do to still like if you want to buy futures. If you wanted to go out and buy it, it's probably still the only place you could buy it. I don't know. It does. You know, at the end of the day, it does legitimize. It does legitimize it, I suppose, in terms of.
It's all good for Bitcoin, whatever happens.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I am surprised. I mean, I know stocks are unstable, but man, if you look at the characteristics of Bitcoin, when you're trying to invest in futures in Bitcoin, you look at the trading history of Bitcoin, it's far and away more unstable than any stocks that you generally invest in. You know, it goes up to $6,000 and back down to 2 and up to 4 and down to 1, like
up to 20
stock, and that's on a per dollar basis. You know, not like stocks you would buy 30, 40, 50 or a certain percentage. You might buy 2% of the company or whatever it is, and your value of your stock is based purely on what that company trades and how well they're doing. But with Bitcoin, you might buy 100 coins, but the thing is, tomorrow that could be worth nothing, and it's not like the company has suddenly made a bad decision or the CEO stepped down or something. It's just gone down
because it went down.
It's just gone down 50% for the sake of going down 50%. So it's kind of a really weird thing for Wall Street to get involved in some regards. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's gonna help. Certainly, I mean, it potentially could pick it up, I suppose. But yeah,
they've got to have some plan.
I mean, if you're going to retire, you've got a hedge fund or you've got a superannuation, and Bitcoin trading is part of your super. Let's say it's 20% of your potential super futures. Would you be happy? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if most of the super is generally going into property or into relatively stable investments.
Yep.
But if someone goes, "Hey, look, we're just going to transfer 20% of your super into Bitcoin," it's currently going to be worth $45,000. Yesterday it was only worth 12, but the day before it was worth 65. It's currently worth 45. Huh? Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. Once again, it's going to be that niche market's definitely going to jump on board and they're going to buy everything they possibly can.
Yep. See what happens.
I suppose if we're still doing this in a couple of years' time, we'll chase this back up again and see exactly how it's panned out, I suppose. So we shall see.
The incoming head of Korea's primary financial regulator has reportedly confirmed that the authority will look to ease regulations on domestic cryptocurrency trading. Speaking to reporters on Sunday after being approved by President Moon Jae-in to lead the Financial Supervisory Service, new Governor Yoon Suk-hyun said the regulator will look at revising some regulations applied to the cryptocurrency market, the Korean Times reports. Yoon, a visiting professor at Seoul National University, was nominated by the Financial Services Commission, Korea's financial regulator, to lead the FSS, which it directs. The new governor is seen as reform-minded activist with experience as a bureaucrat in the country. He told reporters, regarding cryptocurrencies, there are some positive aspects. The FSS will collaborate with the FSC when an inspection on policies and financial institutions has different configurations associated with different scopes. FSC inspects policies, while the FSS examines and supervises financial institutions, but with the oversight of the FSC. So Korea might be going with the crypto now. Newly softened stance comes at a time when a group of lawmakers led by a politician from Korea's ruling party is working on a new bill to legalise ICOs in South Korea after last year's ban.
I was going to say, didn't they just ban that? We've banned that currency. Oh wait, we're losing
evil.
money.
Keep away. Oh wait.
People are still buying it. What do we do?
Back.
Let's ban it again. Oh wait, they're still buying it. All right, fine. You can buy it. Just pay us tax on it. Yeah, look, it might not
happen overnight, but it's going to happen.
Well, it comes down to the whole thing. Like I was saying before, they prematurely jumped on the bandwagon, banning this thing, saying it's no good, and then they went, "Oh, hang on, there's actually quite a vast array of people using it and quite a large target audience. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. We'll just quietly reverse the decision and see if anybody notices."
All those important rich people said they want to keep doing it, so...
Well, that's it. There's currently $100 million being held in our account, but they're going to take that out if we don't do it. Yeah, let's do it. What could go wrong?
Exactly.
So, next it'll be... who banned it last month?
Was it India or something?
India, yeah. Or Pakistan or something. That'll be the next ones. We were just trialing it to see what had happened, but we've decided we'll keep it.
Yeah.
And this is another interesting happening. The Big Four giant Price Waterhouse Coopers has recently announced that it's invested in VeChain, a blockchain platform that focuses on financial services, supply chain management, and smart contracts. The move has given the China-based cryptocurrency further hype ahead of its main net launch scheduled for the end of June. VeChain, which is trading at currently over $5, is currently the 15th largest crypto by market cap, worth $2.79 billion. Daily volume of 145 million. Its supply chain management focus has attracted the interest of many industries looking to enter the crypto ecosystem. VeChain is purposely built to connect blockchain technology to the real world, currently with a focus on cold chain logistics, healthcare, automobile, and fashion. PwC is only the most recent large institution joining the project.
Sounds like maybe investing in some VeChain would be a good idea.
Well, not now. It's going to be suddenly worth a fortune all of a sudden. But, look, it's another example of the coin legitimizing itself.
Someone as big as them.
That's it. I mean, obviously, if they see, the real world application for it, and if no company is going to invest in something that they're going to lose from. Yep. And a company like this is only going to invest in something that's seriously going to push them ahead. So, there's obviously legitimate happenings there. So,
VeChain currently at $6.27 Australia per token.
Didn't they have was that the one I was looking at the other day that had a minimum buy? You couldn't just buy one.
Haven't heard of that one.
Yeah. Maybe it wasn't that one. There was one I was looking at the other day. And they said they currently had a sale on their coins somehow. I don't know how they did it, but they were saying they've for 24 hours reduced the cost of their coin, but the catch is you've got to buy like 100 coins.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can quickly find it. But it was interesting. I hadn't sort of heard of that happening before. I'm not sure how unless it's a relatively small coin and all the holders agreed, I'm not really sure how they can reduce the value of a coin. I'm just trying to quickly find. That's why I'm sort of I'm tripping over my words. I'm just seeing how I can find it, but I probably can't because I never seem to be able to. But what I've been looking. See if I can quickly find it. No, I don't think so. But yeah, no, I thought it was an interesting concept, like having a sale on
Sale of the
crypto.
century.
So yeah, I was curious as to how they could make it happen. Literally, like how are they actually able to say, "Hey, we're just going to devalue our coin for a 24-hour period"?
And if they can do that at whim, is it a good coin to go with?
Well, that's what I was wondering. And I don't know if it's part of the deal of buying the coin. If they, you know what I mean? Like, do they? Part of the deal is they say, "Hey, we're going to email you once a month and say we think it's now time to have a sale. If enough people agree, they're going to do it." Or I don't know.
Sounds a bit like pump and dump.
Yeah, but it just seemed to be random. It didn't seem to be for a legit sort of any particular reason. So I don't know.
Bizarre.
But it does beg the question if they can do that whenever they want. I don't know how. I don't know I don't understand how the logistics work. If a coin's worth a certain value based on an exchange price, how do you? Unless it comes out of their own kitty, unless they were just selling coins off. You know, if they had 100,000 in their own,
instead of burning them, they drop the price on those ones and sell them off quick or something.
Which I mean, be good if you know it's a 24-hour sale, though. Wouldn't you just you're gonna in 24 hours the price is gonna go back up?
Yep.
You just buy them, hold on to them for 24 hours, and sell them again.
Yeah, I bet that would happen a lot.
I don't know.
It just does not make sense.
No, it doesn't, and I couldn't understand.
Maybe let us know next week if you find out some more info about it.
Well, that was the thing. I was trying to find more information on it, and I could only find like 3 articles. One was in I think one was in Wired, one was in TechCrunch or something, and they actually all were almost word for word copies of each other, which makes sense because they all pull from the same source. But none of them went into any more detail than that. And the actual coin, which I can't remember what they're called now, but the actual coin, by the time the story was released, or by the time I read the story anyway, it was like 3 or 4 days past the date that they were going to do it. And so by the time I went to the website, there was nothing on their website about it. So, don't know. Don't know.
And our coin of the week, we're not recommending purchasing it, of course, just explaining what it is and what it can be used for, particularly if it has a good real-world use. This week's coin is EOS, and you can find that at the website eos.io. And something interesting I saw on the website, what does EOS stand for? We believe that EOS means different things to different people. We have received numerous amazing interpretations of what EOS stands for or what it should stand for, so we've decided not to formally define it ourselves. Where do you get a name?
They must have just typed in letters till they found one that was available.
EOS, that sounds pretty cool. We'll just go with that. What does it mean? Whatever makes your heart happy.
What do you think it means?
Yeah, what do you think it means? Tell us, huh?
Expired old stock.
EOS.io is a cryptocurrency token and blockchain that claims to operate as a smart contract platform for the deployment of decentralized applications and decentralized autonomous corporation. EOS.io aims to become a decentralized operating system. A decentralized operating system supporting industrial scale applications, which claims to eliminate transaction fees and also conduct millions of transactions per second. The aim of the platform is to provide decentralized application hosting, smart contract capability, and decentralized storage enterprise solutions that solve the scalability issues of blockchains like Bitcoin and Ethereum, as well as eliminating all fees for users. EOS.io accomplishes this by being both multi-threaded, able to run on multiple computer cores, as well as using delegated proof of stake for its consensus protocol. It aims to be the first decentralized operating system, EOS.io, that provides a development environment for decentralized applications like Steemit, a social network with monetary incentives, and BitShares, a decentralized cryptocurrency exchange. The main native token, EOS, is a utility token that provides both bandwidth and storage on the blockchain. In proportion to total stake, owning 1% of EOS tokens allows for usage of up to 1% of the total available bandwidth. EOS tokens also allows the owner to cast votes and participate in the on-chain governance of the blockchain, again in proportion to the owner's stake. The EOS.io platform will vote for 21 block producers during its launch, who will generate and validate blocks within a 500 millisecond block time. General purpose and smart contract language to build upon the EOS platform will be WebAssembly, which is Rust, C and C++, a portable stack machine that is developed at the World Wide Web Consortium with engineers from Mozilla, Microsoft, Google and Apple. And one EOS token at the moment is $23.91 Australian.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to read up a bit on the actual OS part of it. It's the way it seems to work seeks to encourage users to distribute their unused RAM by letting supply and demand govern the price. As EOS.io expects increased demand for RAM, the price will automatically increase so that the price approaches infinity before the system runs out of RAM. So, okay. So the more RAM you have in the system, and whatever you're not using can get sold off to the highest bidder to do processing.
So it's sort of like a distributed computer.
Sort of. It's kind of weird. There's not. They're just saying the new release Dawn version 4 is the latest architecture of the EOS.io platform for decentralized applications. Updates includes a number of changes in preparation for the full launch in June. But yeah, they don't really give much information on what it actually does. So I've just been looking around, but that's the most information I could find. But it doesn't say if it is like a true operating system or if it runs under another operating system. It doesn't say. Like even the white paper, all it says is creating an operating system-like construct. Decentralized operating system, but it doesn't say what it actually is. We'll have to wait till the launch, I suppose. It's strange they're bringing out so much updates and stuff, but they haven't actually released the software yet.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's kind of a different way of mining, isn't it? Like, you're not physically doing the mining. Other people want your memory, I guess, to mine. Is that how it works? I don't know. So they buy your memory off you. I don't know.
Needs to go into a lot more detail about the software, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't. There's just nothing. I'm just looking at half a dozen different websites. There's really nothing available on. Try and eliminate the porn links. Yeah, there's really not much in terms of information. It's really strange. Have to keep an eye on this and see. What it does, but yeah, even I'm going back to even the first release of the EOS version 1, which is the start of the EOS.io operating system, and they still don't have any information on what it is.
Yeah, I'm looking at the website of the company who makes it, Block.one, and just says decentralize everything. Block One designs free market systems to secure life, liberty and property by publishing open source software that's free for everyone to use. EOS.io is an operating system on which scalable, decentralized, autonomous communities, DACs, can be easily built, launched and governed, made possible through asynchronous smart contract communication. EOS.io is designed to empower communities to create the next era of disruptive organizations. But what does it mean?
EOS.io software introduces a new blockchain architecture designed to enable vertical and horizontal scaling of decentralized applications. This is achieved by creating an operating system-like construct upon which applications can be built. The software provides accounts, authentication, databases, asynchronous communications, and scheduling of applications across many CPU cores or clusters. The resulting technology is a blockchain architecture that ultimately scales to millions of transactions per second, eliminates user fees, and allows for quick and easy deployment and maintenance of decentralized applications in the context of a governed blockchain. Well, yeah, okay, but how? They're throwing a lot of big words around, but nothing that makes any sense.
Might have to read the white paper in detail. That should take a while.
Well, I just glanced over it, but it doesn't have anything in there that I could see. I mean, I had a quick look at it just then, but the white paper's not that big.
Oh, okay.
The white paper's only where is it? 25 pages or something. It's fairly small as far as white papers go. I don't know. Let's just keep an eye on it. I suppose I reckon it's going to launch in June, so we'll have to come back and revisit it when it actually launches and see what the bloody hell they're talking about.
Sounds like something for a future Aussie Tech Crypto show.
So keep an eye out for that one. If we forget, let us know, guys.
Yep.
You know how to get a hold of us and all the myriad of ways you can get a hold of us.
Just be careful of what you grab a hold of.
Or not, doesn't matter.
Mr. T's not that fussed.
Maybe the first or the last time.
And visit our website at aussietechcrypto.com. Send us an email from the Contact Us form or jump onto Discord to talk to us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, send messages to us, leave comments, and whatever you think, a review on iTunes and stuff like that. And you can see our wallets all around the edges here, except for my Australia wallet. You can ignore that one because I don't have access to it anymore because I got a new phone and forgot to back up the info about it. So all my Australia coin is gone. Hooray.
All $3 worth.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
This show is a part of the Aussie Tech Heads podcasting network. You can listen to us at aussietechradio.com. We're not licensed advisors, so please don't invest your life savings in anything we say on the show. You can contact us at feedback@aussietechcrypto.com. Visit the website aussietechcrypto.com. Thanks for listening to Aussie Tech Crypto. Tune in each week for more fun and information.